Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. InsyaAllah today I will present my paper entitled In Outsider Researcher, Methodological Reflections on Studying Muslim Pakistani Communities in Leeds. Before I proceed my presentation, I would like to inform you that this article I extracted from my PhD thesis back in 2013. And also, I will use the term I instead of researcher in order to get a deeper understanding, connect and engage of the subject matter. Right. A Malaysian Muslim woman researcher navigates the complexities of ethnographic research within Muslim Pakistani communities in the UK, exploring insider-outsider dynamics, access barriers, and the politics of knowledge production. Research context and challenges. My initial focus was to study Islamic schools in Leeds Bradford, both independent and state-funded institutions. However, there was a barriers in terms of getting access, whereas 5 schools rejected research application due to post 9/11 and 7/7, climate created suspicion toward external scrutiny. Therefore, I have shifted my focus to a community-based site, a mosque, a Leeds Grand Mosque, and a supplementary school, Al-Hadiyah Supplementary School. The researchers position my identity as non-Pakistani Malaysian Muslim woman, early 30s during that time, a religious insider, I'm a Muslim, ethnic outsider, I'm a Malay, and non-British background, I'm a Malaysian. This unique positionality created both opportunities and constraints throughout the research process. The researcher navigated complex dynamics of trust, gendered access, language barriers, and power relations between researcher and participant. I have approached 5 schools: Zakaria Muslim Girls High School, Faversham College, Paradise Primary School, Olive Secondary School, and Madani Muslim Girls High School. Only one independent Muslim school in Leeds agreed to participate but kept the researcher waiting for approximately 2 years without setting a start date. Why access failed? My failure to gain access to this school has a number of possible explanations. First, unfamiliar ethnicity. My ethnicity and background, which were unfamiliar to them despite the widespread rhetoric of Islamic universalism. Second, media prejudice. Both 9/11 and 7/7 climate led institutions to be vigilant, protecting themselves from the other, because I'm a Malay and Malaysian. And institutional isolation, inability to differentiate between academics and media with different intention, because during that time many media coverage is extremely negative. Male-dominated spaces, difficulty interviewing male scholars at mosques due to gender differences. Imam worried about women attending meetings without a company to avoid fitnah. So I have to convince the imam that I will bring together someone to accompany during interview session. Language barrier. The challenge first, Pakistani born mothers in Hare Hill spoke very limited English. Communication relied on broken English, sign language, and translator assistant. Therefore, there was a risk of misinterpretation due to cultural differences between researcher and interviewee, increased risk of error. Unexpected connection. One elderly woman was interested in talking to me in Urdu, which reminded me of my teenage years, and I can speak basic Urdu as a result of my fondness for watching Hindi films. My conversation were limited to few phrases such as Mera Naam Rukaya, Shukriya, Kuda Hafiz, Nahin, and so on. Reflexivity and researcher bias, impact on data. Researcher characteristics affect all research stages: access, response, receive, and interpretation. Reflexivity help manage bias impact. Personal background: growing up in a Muslim country provided understanding of community dilemmas regarding Islamic education provision in the UK. And the last one, strategic identity: sharing family background help elite interviewees provide more in-depth data despite initial discomfort. The advantage of being different: the researchers' non-Pakistan British Muslim identity sometimes prove advantages. For example, at Al-Hadiya, Pakistani women discuss my present before formal education. Everyone eager to know my background. Is she a visitor or a student here? A different ethnicity made us curious to learn more about her. We were always smiling and giving salam when we saw her. This curiosity facilitated relationship building. Similar experiences occurred at Litcran Mosque Study Circle, where participants showed genuine interest in the researcher's background, creating opportunities for deeper connection. Key insight: fluidity of identity. Insider-outsider dynamics are contextual and negotiated, not fixed. Gender, ethnicity, and language intersect with institutional boundaries. Subjectivity as resource. Researcher subjectivity isn't a flaw, is a critical for understanding knowledge co-construction in ethnographic research. Need for trust: academic institutions and community gatekeepers must foster dialogue and openness to scholarly engagement. This study affirms the importance of transparency, cultural sensitivity, and reflexivity in qualitative research with minoritized communities. Only through collaborative approaches can barriers between self and others be meaningfully navigated. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.